What does a failed or successful trade deadline look like for the Houston Rockets this season? Also, could this be Raphel Stone's last trade deadline in Houston? We're going to talk about it in a little bit. Before we get into the video though, appreciate you for coming through. It's your boy AK Infinity. This is the Rockets Propaganda channel. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. We're going to get into it. We're going to have some fun in this video. Now, we in here.
Drop this in the...
So, real quick, some quick housekeeping notes. We finally hit over 100 subs on the channel, man. I want to thank everybody who's a new subscriber, everybody that's been showing love, sharing the content, sharing the videos, liking them, commenting and all that. Everybody that's returning, all my returning viewers, appreciate y'all, man. If you a new viewer and you haven't hit that subscribe button, I'm gonna invite you to go ahead and hit that subscribe button right now. Hit that like button too while you're at it. And leave me a comment down below during the video. Let me know what you think. And also, if you have a Twitter, put that down in the comments below. I want to see who you are. Let's chop it up on Twitter as well. I wouldn't mind getting you a little follow back, you know. Also, if you make any kind of content, like if you write articles, you do photo edits, video edits, hell, if you even do a TikTok, let me know down in the comments below. You know, I'd like to, you know, patronize your content. You know, share your stuff on Twitter or whatever. I ain't no big, you know, Twitter or YouTube guy myself right now, but hey, anything I can do to help the next man out would be real cool. But also check out my last video, man. Check out the last video I did where I talked about Fred VanVleet and the opportunity that his injury actually presents for mainly Amen Thompson. Now let's get into the video. So, failed trade deadline. What does that look like for the Rockets? That would look like we don't feel any needs, or let's say we give up too much for the pieces that we end up getting back. Because Raphel Stone, if you look at his trade history, he kind of has a history of giving up a little bit too much for some of the stuff he get back. I don't even know how much of the stuff that he's traded for is still on the team, if we're even being honest. Also, we know what our needs are, man. Our needs are big man, not just any old big man. You know, we got 3 big men that's on the roster right now that's unplayable. We don't want to see no Jock Landale because he's been really bad this season. Boban is not playable. Steven Adams, who we just traded for 3 second rounders to get him, and Victor Oladipo, he's not playable right now because he's injured. So there's 3 bodies just sitting there on the bench who are not going to contribute nothing to no games, at least not no meaningful minutes in no games. So there's that. We also need a shooter on the wing or at the guard spot, just another shooter on the perimeter, somebody. Right now we got Tate and Holiday who are in the rotation, but man, they've regressed, man. They've regressed so bad. Especially Tate. I know Tate's been a good guy, good locker room guy and this and that, but man, at some point we gotta, if we're gonna play you the minutes that we've been playing you, I know his minutes been down as the season has been going because he hasn't been good. But man, if we can replace them 15 minutes a game that he playing with somebody who got a burner in their back pocket and can light it up, hey man, let's go for it. Because right now we got Holiday, who's supposed to be a guy who can shoot it too, but he really takes some horrible shots and bogs down the offense. It's like he got like tunnel vision. For a guard, he got bad tunnel vision. It's just that he's 6 foot tall. He really a small forward in a guard's body. That's really all it is. We also got Reggie Bullock on the bench who's not getting no playing time. And if we're not gonna play him, and he's supposed to be a sniper, all right, let's throw him in a deal too. So I done gave you 6 guys potentially that could be on the move at the trade deadline, and they're not major pieces at all. Well, at least not for us. So you can expect any combination of them 6 guys to be out of here. Come this trade deadline. I would say too, a successful trade deadline would be some, if we get back some quality pieces. I'm not saying it's got to be like no superstar pieces. I don't expect no huge blockbuster trades to go down unless something just happens at the 9th hour. And hey, things happen, man. It's the NBA. Trade deadline is wild every season, but we'll see what that look like. But for us, I don't really have any names, or do I? I do have some names. Some guys that I kind of like out there. Nick Richards with Charlotte. I'm a big Andre Drummond guy because I think rebounding is kind of a problem for us when we go to the bench. Another guy too, Kelly Olynyk. He doesn't address too much of the rebounding issue, but he's not a bad rebounder. He's not really a bad rebounder, but he does have a burner. He can shoot that thing. He can make plays too. You could run a lot of the offense through him. As a matter of fact, funny story. Kelly Olynyk was actually a point guard in high school. He ran point guard, which is real funny. But that's another guy I would like. There's some other little guys too, here and there that are kind of getting some buzz on the trade market. One of them is Alec Burks and Bojan Bogdanovic up in Detroit. Them 2 guys I think would probably fit in pretty decently on our perimeter as shooters. Alec Burks can go get a shot too. Like he can go get a bucket. He low key a little bucket. But Bogdanovic as well. He kind of a bucket too. I'm not saying these are guys that I want, but these are just guys that I've heard that are on the trade market. Also, what's the guy named in LA? I think Cam Reddish I heard, but he's not really a shooter like that. He's more a defender. I don't think Buddy Hield is still on the market anymore. Looks like he's pretty, safe right there in Indiana for now because they look like they can make a little run here. I'm not sure if they really gonna make it, but we'll see. Gary Trent Jr. is another guy up in Toronto. I don't know if he's a guy that's gonna, draw a whole lot of interest, but he's an expiring deal as well. I've heard Clint Capella from Atlanta, also AJ Griffin, heard him. I've heard Wendell Carter Jr. is another big man down in Orlando who's kind of been slabbed by Giga Bitadze. Orlando got they got too many bigs over there, man. Somebody got to go. They got way too many big bodies over there. Everybody in Orlando seems like they 6'10" and higher. Jesus Christ. Herb Jones, I heard, is actually available too. His jumper has improved a little bit. Trey Murphy, and this is they from New Orleans. Trey Murphy's another guy I heard kind of on the move, but I don't know if they'd let him go. I don't think that'd be smart for them. They need that spacing for Zion. I don't know, man, but those are some of the names. But like I said, man, a good deadline for the Rockets would be filling those needs, using the assets properly, getting good value in return, not giving up too much like Stone has been. I'm not sure if y'all agree with that. I'm not a big Stone guy, but I'm not a Stone hater either. I try to call it down the middle on him. Another thing that you shouldn't expect to happen either is any of the core 6 getting traded for anything less than an all NBA caliber player whose contract does not expire before the age of 30. If we move in somebody, I know a lot of people talking about they trying to move Jalen Green from Mikal Bridges. That's basketball malpractice, if you ask me. I understand the context, the situation, and all this and that, bruh. That ain't a move that's even that necessary right now, because you got people saying Mikal Bridges will help us get into the playoffs. He ain't helping Brooklyn get in the playoffs, and he gonna do that in Houston? Sure, he gonna be like a number 2 or 3 option over here, but if he was really that dude like that, he'd had them fighting for the play-in. Then they not. So get off the gas, man. Y'all gonna have to get off that gas. I don't know if it's diesel or regular. Y'all on that 89. Y'all on that 87. That's what y'all on. Y'all on that 87 octane. That's what y'all on. Y'all on that cheap gas. Man, look, if you want your car to move right, you got to put that super unleaded in there, man. That thing will be moving like a champ. I'm telling you, racehorse. That's that racehorse fuel right there, boy. Anyway, let's get on Stone right quick. I talked about him a little bit here and there throughout this video, but I'm gonna say this. There's a chance that this is his last trade deadline with the Rockets. There is a real chance that this is the case. If I'm not mistaken, I believe his contract is supposed to be up by the start of next season. I'm not sure if that's all the way for real, but last I checked, that's the case. And let's say that's the case. If his moves are not moving the needle at all, then he's gonna be next to go, because we done already got rid of some players that we thought was a problem. We're not gonna say no names. We already got rid of the last coach, Steven Silas. We hired Ime Udoka, which he's had some ups and downs himself this season, but for the most part, he's been a really good coach. The next guy to go is Raphel Stone. And he doesn't seem like the type of guy to make panic moves, and I wouldn't expect him to make no panic moves here at the deadline to try to save his job, because that panic move that he might be the move that gets him up out of here to begin with. Look at the Steven Adams move. That's not no panic move at all. That's a long-term move, like a move where he felt like, okay, that's something that I'm gonna be here for down the line to probably, do something else with that move as well. We'll see. We shall see. But this is Raphel Stone's biggest trade deadline with the Rockets. He got pressure on him because, like I said, man, this summer is gonna be a big summer for us. The Brooklyn pick is there. Are we gonna use the pick? Are we gonna trade the pick? If we trade the pick, what are we gonna get back for it? If we get somebody back for it, are they gonna be? I mean, the pick seems to be pretty valuable right now. Is it gonna be somebody who's gonna come off the bench? Is it gonna be a thing where we use it in a surprise trade for a superstar? Or are we gonna be somebody who is part of a 3-4 team deal to try to make something shake and get something back, maybe get off some of these guys? Let's say maybe I named 6 guys that I think are on the block for sure on the roster. Is it something where we got to use that pick to get off maybe 2 or 3 of them and get back a piece of value? I don't know what that would be. I don't know who it would be for. But if we're going to trade that Brooklyn pick, it got to be for somebody who is definitely a rotation player, an impactful rotation player. I'm not going to put a cap on what position they would have to play, but they just need to be a rotation player that's impactful. Or is it a situation where we use that pick to maybe facilitate getting 2 more first rounders from another team down the road? Maybe kick the can down the road a little bit. Who knows? We don't know. I'm not sure, but I'm not going to put Raphel Stone in the box right now for the type of deals that he would have to make with that pick in particular. But again, man, whatever moves he does make this trade deadline, they have to matter. They have to be a positive. He can't lose the trade. He must win these trades, or trade if it's just one. And after that, the buyout market. He's gotta make a move there if the trade deadline is just a setup to grab somebody from the buyout market. We don't know if there's been some backdoor conversations in the back channels. These guys be talking to agents and whatnot. They probably got deals, really set and ready to go. They probably got some trades that they're gonna announce probably at midnight. If you can't tell, I'm recording this on the Wednesday before the trade deadline. This is at night right now. But you never know. Somebody might get traded and bought out and then become a free agent, and they're gonna be on the waiver wire. Who knows? The Rockets could pick somebody up. We'll see. A guy that is on the waiver wire, not waiver wire, but somebody who was released and let go on the free agent right now is Bismack Biyombo, who was playing really good for Memphis. I don't know why they let him go. Something wrong with them people that run that franchise, man. They talk about being on the gas. Them boys on jet fuel. But yeah, that's a guy that I would say would be a really good backup for Alfred Şengün. But we don't know. Raphel Stone might, who for all we know, Bismack Biyombo is gonna come to Houston. We just waiting to make a move and free up a roster spot because the roster full right now. We shall see. But Raphel Stone is on the clock, y'all. I don't hope he's gone. I just hope he make the right moves. That's all I'm wishing. I don't really like calling for nobody's job. I just wish the best for the Rockets, whatever that may be. But anyway, this has been a good video. It's your boy AK Infinity. This is the Rockets Propaganda Channel. Follow me on Twitter at AKInfinity_VVS. We are out.